I should have known the night would go wrong the moment my phone buzzed at 2:14 a.m. Not because of the message, because of who sent it. But before I get there, let me back up. I'm Alden Rivera, 27, working night shifts at a warehouse in Cleveland after quitting a job that paid more but sucked the soul right out of me. After work, I'd crash on my couch and scroll half asleep through Tinder like everybody else who tells themselves, I don't take dating apps seriously. Yeah, right. Still, I never expected to meet someone who made me swipe right without thinking twice. Her name was Rhea. Simple, clean, no cliches in the bio, no live laugh love, no gym rat, no if you can't handle me at my worst crap. Just night owl, coffee person, looking for someone who doesn't talk like a LinkedIn post. That alone got a chuckle out of me. Her pictures were normal. 3 selfies, 1 candid photo in front of a bookstore, and 1 picture of her wearing a faded band tee. No filters, no weird angles. She wasn't trying to look like an influencer, just real. Or so I thought. We matched instantly. For 3 nights straight, we talked for hours. The conversation was stupidly easy. She had this sarcastic humor, like she'd roast me, but in a way that felt friendly, almost flirt-free. She didn't try to impress me, didn't send flirty emojis, didn't ask me for attention, she just talked. Actual conversations, I liked that. On the 3rd night, she said, Rhea, come on. Let's meet before we both lose interest and pretend we died. I laughed. She didn't. Instead, she sent me a cafe location on Larchwood Avenue. Quiet spot, not too popular. Neutral. Safe enough, I thought. I showed up 20 minutes early because my anxiety doesn't know how to chill. The evening was cold, street empty except for a couple smoking outside. I kept checking my phone like an idiot, pretending I wasn't scanning every girl who walked past. Then someone stopped right in front of me. Alden? I looked up. It was her, or it was supposed to be her. Same hair color, same eyes, almost. But everything else? Off. Like someone tried to recreate her from memory and got 80% of it right. She looked older. Not old, just older than her profile said. Maybe 4 or 5 years. The lighting outside made the edges of her makeup look uneven. But her eyes, they looked exhausted. Not catfish level wrong, just uncanny. But before I could say anything, she blurted, Rhea. I know. I look different. Please, just don't walk away yet. I swear I'm not trying to screw you over. Her voice wasn't nervous. It was afraid. Not afraid of being rejected. Afraid of something else entirely. Something I didn't understand yet. I should have left. I know that. But I didn't. Something about her felt realer than her pictures, like the version standing in front of me was the actual person, not the polished one on the screen. Maybe that's why I stayed. Inside the cafe, the awkwardness slowly faded. She cracked sarcastic jokes again. The same tone as online. The same rhythm. But there was something hidden under her words. Something constantly checking me. Studying me. Her phone kept lighting up every few minutes. Every call was from random numbers with no name. She wouldn't answer, wouldn't even react normally. She'd just glance at the screen, flip it over, and pretend nothing happened. After the 8th call, I asked, Me. Everything okay? You want to take that? Her voice dropped. Rhea. They don't matter. Not no, not I'm good, just that, cold, final. I knew then something was wrong, but I stayed another hour talking small stuff, jobs, movies, music. And she answered everything too quickly, like she had rehearsed her lines. Then I made the mistake of asking where she lived. She froze, her jaw clenched. Rhea, why do you want to know that? Her voice wasn't angry. It was controlled, tight, like she was holding back something sharp. I raised my hands. Me. Just making conversation, chill. She stared for a long 5 seconds like she was deciding what kind of person I was. Then suddenly she smiled again. Too quickly. And the rest of the evening felt like walking around a hole in the floor I couldn't see but definitely knew was there. When we finally said goodbye, she gave me the softest, saddest look. almost like she wanted to say something but couldn't. 3 nights passed. At 2:14 a.m., my phone rang. Her contact popped up. No text, no warning. I answered groggily. Me. Ria, everything okay? Her voice sounded broken, raw, like she'd been crying or screaming for hours. Ria. Alden, I need you, please, I need help, just come, please. Then she gave me an address and hung up. No explanation, I should have ignored it. But the desperation in her voice was too real, too human. So I grabbed my keys, threw on a hoodie, and drove. Her place was way past the nicer neighborhoods. Roads got emptier. Streetlights got rare. Houses looked older and darker. Her house sat at the end of a cul-de-sac, dead quiet. Overgrown grass, mail piled up, one window cracked, no lights. I walked up the porch, knocked. Nothing. Knocked again, harder. The door creaked open by itself. She was standing inside. But the woman in front of me wasn't the Ria I met at the cafe. Her hair was tangled, clumped. Her face was smeared, swollen around the eyes. Her clothes didn't fit right, baggy in places they shouldn't be. And there was a smell. Sharp, sour, like something rotten underneath cleaning supplies. Ria? I whispered. She didn't speak. She just pointed toward the living room and turned. Something in my chest tightened. But I stepped inside anyway. The door shut behind me. She walked ahead into the living room, and for a second I couldn't figure out what looked wrong. Then she turned under the light, and I froze. It wasn't Ria. It wasn't even a woman. The wig slipped off his head as he turned fully. The makeup was crusting at the edges, his jaw was too wide, his hands were too big. I stumbled back. Who the hell are you? He lifted his finger to his lips, shushing me like I was a kid. Then he locked the deadbolt without breaking eye contact. His voice was disturbingly calm. Name's Sean. Ria was my girlfriend. You were supposed to meet her, but you got me instead. My stomach dropped. I glanced toward the door. He saw it and raised a handgun. Sean, don't. I'm not gonna hurt you unless you make me. His eyes were watery, bloodshot. This wasn't someone who snapped 5 minutes ago. This was someone deep in a breakdown. Me. Where's Ria? He swallowed hard, looked away, didn't answer. Instead, he whispered, Sean. Her phone kept lighting up. Saw your name, saw your stupid jokes. She said it was nothing. Said she didn't care, but I knew she was lying. So I made the account, used her pictures, wore her clothes, wanted to see what type of guy she was talking to. He took a step closer. Sean. And you didn't even notice. You sat across from me for an hour thinking I was her. Tears formed in his eyes. Real ones. Sean. Do you know what that does to a man? He lifted the gun, pointed it at my chest. Sean. They're looking for her already. Cops been snooping around 2 days, but you're my way out. You're gonna tell them you saw her alive. Tonight. And then, he pulled the trigger. Click. Empty chamber. I didn't think. I lunged. We crashed into a coffee table. Wood splintered under us. He swung, hit my cheekbone hard enough to blur my vision. I grabbed whatever was near, part of the table's broken leg, and slammed it into the side of his head. He roared, rolled off, but kicked my ribs so hard I couldn't breathe for a second. I crawled toward the gun. He grabbed my ankle. I twisted, kicking him in the throat. He choked, gagged. I scrambled, grabbed a heavy ceramic lamp, and swung, once, twice. He fell sideways, unconscious, or dead. I honestly didn't care. My hands were shaking so hard I dropped the lamp. That's when I smelled it again. Not the sour smell from earlier. Something thicker, metallic, blood, from the hallway. Every instinct in my body screamed, leave, get out now. But I pushed forward anyway. The door to the back room wasn't fully closed. I nudged it open. Used my phone flashlight, and regretted it instantly. Plastic sheets everywhere, mattress soaked in dark stains, buckets, trash bags lined against the wall. I stepped closer, throat tight, and pulled the nearest bag open. Hair, a scalp. Another bag had an arm, cleanly severed. Another, lungs wrapped in cloth. I dropped the phone and staggered back, almost slipping in blood. That was Rhea. That was what was left of her. My chest tightened so hard I thought I'd pass out. I stumbled outside, shaking so violently I could barely dial 911. Cops came fast, lights everywhere, sirens. Sean was wheeled out, still breathing, but barely. They sealed the house. An officer wrapped me in a blanket. My face was throbbing, my ribs screaming, my hands covered in blood that wasn't mine. They took my statement till sunrise. I deleted Tinder the second I got home. Haven't re-downloaded it. Probably never will. Because that night taught me something I wish I didn't know. Some people fake their profiles, others try to become them, and some break apart trying. I wasn't planning on using a dating app again, not after everything I'd been trying to fix in my life. But that night, man, I was lonely in a way that kinda creeps up on you when you least expect it. My name's Jalen Price, 29 years old back then. Late winter of 2016, early February, when the cold in upstate Rivermont, Minnesota cuts straight through your jacket no matter how good it is. I'd moved into a small rental house after my long-term relationship ended. 7 years together, poof, gone. She left, I stayed, and silence filled the rooms after that. I used to work long shifts as a warehouse tech at a distribution center off Highway 19. Nights were always rough, especially winters. By the time I got home, the whole neighborhood would be swallowed in that kind of Midwest quiet, no cars, no people, just frozen stillness. I remember sitting on my couch with a cup of instant ramen next to me, staring at the wall like it owed me something. And that's when I re-downloaded the app Hallow, a newer dating app that had just gotten popular in the Midwest. People said it was safer, more verified, whatever that meant. I wasn't expecting anything, just wanted someone to talk to. My first few swipes, typical app stuff, filtered faces, bios like love coffee and dog mom, nothing that hit me. Then I saw her. Rhea. Just that name stood out. Clean, simple, kinda poetic. Her photo wasn't like others, no filters, no angles. It was her sitting by a window in a diner booth, wearing a dark beanie, hair tucked behind one ear, a book in her hands. Her smile wasn't full, more like a secret she wasn't sure she wanted to tell. Her bio said, "Just trying to meet someone who isn't fake. Be real. Good vibes only." I swear those words pulled something in me. So I swiped. Instant match. My stomach dropped. Like, damn, okay, this is happening. 8:14 p.m. I messaged first. Me. "Hey, looks like we're both stuck inside tonight. This cold is ridiculous." She replied fast. Too fast, almost. "Rhea, tell me about it. Been freezing all day. You staying warm?" Her tone was warm, casual, real, not forced like most. We talked about shows, favorite food, how Rivermont winters felt like punishment. It was smooth. She joked about how she'd already eaten half a bag of Cheetos as dinner. I told her that was the most relatable thing anyone had told me on a dating app. We kept going. No awkward pauses, no full-on flirting. Just talking like normal humans, the kind of conversation you don't realize you've missed until it hits you. Around 10:02 p.m., she asked, "Rhea, be honest, do you ever meet people from here?" Me. Couple times. Nothing wild. You? Rhea. Not really, people feel different online. You don't, though. That line hit me weird, like she'd already made up her mind about me. Then, Rhea. Look, I'm off tomorrow. You want to hang out? Just talk? I'm close by. Promise I'm not a psycho Lowell. I laughed a little, but something in my chest tightened. Not fear, but that nervous curiosity you get when something unexpected might change your night. Me. Yeah, sure. I got heat, food, good Wi-Fi. You can come over if you want. There was a pause, longer this time, like she was thinking about something. Then, Rhea. Send your address. I hesitated, just a beat, but I sent it. Rhea. Be there soon. Then she went offline. No number, no last name, no second picture, just gone. I figured maybe she was getting ready. I put on a hoodie, straightened my place a bit, nothing crazy, and sat on the couch waiting. But minutes stretched. 10:30 p.m., 11, 11:40. Nothing. I checked the app, still offline. I shrugged, figured she bailed. Went to bed around midnight, exhausted from work and the weird disappointment in my chest. I fell asleep fast. 7:06 a.m. My phone buzzed. 3 notifications from Hallo. Ria, 10:58 p.m. Heading out now. 1:42 a.m. Here. 3:03 a.m. You look even cuter in person. My breathing stopped. I sat up, instantly awake. That kind of awake where all your nerves go electric. I looked toward my window. The blinds were half open, and on the outside, footprints in the snow leading up to it. Not away. My head felt like it was filling with static. I typed back fast. Me. What the hell does that mean? She didn't reply. I moved slowly, too scared to even shift the blanket. Then my phone buzzed again. Ria. Check your hall closet. My heart stopped, literally stopped for one painful second. My hall closet was maybe 10 feet away. The door was slightly open, a thin line of darkness staring back at me. No, 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 I whispered. I stepped out of bed, legs shaking, and grabbed the first thing I found, my metal water bottle. I approached the closet slow, every step sounding loud, stupid loud, like the house was listening. The door creaked wider. I swore I heard breathing. Ria, I whispered. If this is a joke, it's not funny. Nothing. I swung the door open hard, just jackets, boxes, cleaning stuff, no one. I exhaled so hard my knees went weak. Then I felt air behind me. Cold. I turned. The bathroom window was cracked open. The latch turned from the inside. Someone had been in here. I shut the window and locked it, double-checked it, triple-checked. Then I called my co-worker and close friend Niall, who lived a block down. The dude was huge, ex-college linebacker, and the kind of best friend who'd show up with no questions asked. He ran over in sweatpants and a flannel jacket. Bro, what happened? He asked, chest heaving. I showed him the messages. His eyes widened. Dog, she was in your house while you were sleeping? Looks like it, I said, voice cracking. We searched the whole place, top to bottom, attic, basement, every closet, nothing. He told me to crash at his place for a few days. I did. Next few days? Nothing happened. No messages, no footprints. I even convinced myself maybe it was some messed up prank. But on the 7th night at Niall's place, I heard something. 3:14 a.m. A phone notification. The Hallo app sound. The same triple chirp. Not his phone. Not mine. Outside the bedroom window. I froze. Then again, closer. I swallowed hard and peeked out through the blinds. A woman stood on the sidewalk across the street under the street lamp, hood up, head tilted. A light glow from her phone illuminating her face. Pale. Eyes locked on the house. On me. She raised her phone and typed something. My phone buzzed instantly. Ria. You moved. That's cute. I swallowed, throat dry. I called 911, but by the time cops arrived, she was gone. Just footprints in the slush pacing back and forth, circling the house. They filed another report, told me the same thing. The app won't give info without a court order. Keep your doors locked. Super helpful. I moved again a month later to a different part of Minnesota. Changed my job, changed my number, deleted every dating app. I thought maybe I'd finally outrun whatever she was. But winter always comes back. And every winter when snow gets thick and quiet again. Sometimes, late at night, I'll hear that familiar triple chirp. And when I look outside, I swear I see faint footprints leading up to my window. Not fresh, not deep. Just there, watching. I wasn't planning on dating again, not even close. After everything that happened with Leo last year, him ghosting me after 8 months, taking half his stuff from my apartment without even a text, it felt safer to just shut down that part of my life for a while. But loneliness has this way of creeping back in, especially on quiet nights when the TV is just background noise and the only thing in the room breathing is you. I live in Harrington, Pennsylvania. A mid-sized city where everyone knows someone who knows you, but somehow you still end up eating dinner alone more nights than not. I work as an office manager for a remodeling company on the south side, my days filled with answering phones, chasing contractors for invoices, and microwaving the same damn Tupperware lunches. Most of my friends are either married or halfway there. Group chats that used to be full of chaotic memes are now diaper updates, mortgage rants, and PTA screenshots. I was starting to feel like the last single piece of furniture in an IKEA showroom. So one Saturday night, sitting on my couch with my hair in a messy bun and a half-finished hard seltzer, I did the thing I promised myself I wouldn't do again. I re-downloaded Verdant, a dating app people in my area swear is not like Tinder. Bullshit, but whatever. I told myself I'd swipe a little, laugh at the bios, maybe talk to one or two guys if they didn't look like they collected Funko Pops in bulk. I wasn't looking for love. God, no. I just wanted to feel something again. That's how I matched with Calder. Not a common name, not a normal name either. But something about it stuck. His profile wasn't flashy, just a couple photos. One of him standing on a hiking trail in a flannel shirt, another of him holding a fishing rod, and one slightly blurry selfie in a truck. His smile wasn't cheesy, just warm, like he didn't try too hard. His bio said, laid back, gainfully employed. I cook. I open doors. I text back. I don't play games. If you like coffee shops that look like they were built in old garages, we'll get along. I chuckled. That's my exact type of coffee shop. I swiped right. He matched instantly. Calder. Wow, you matched me faster than my microwave burns popcorn. Me. That's a terrible way to start a conversation. Calder. Honesty pickup lines, but if you want one, I can lie to you. Me. Go ahead. Lie to me. Calder. I'm 6 feet 4 inches. I laughed out loud. First time a profile made me do that in months. His messages were quick, natural, not over the top. He asked about my job, my favorite restaurants, what I usually did on weekends. Nothing creepy or invasive, just normal, refreshing. By Monday evening, we were texting instead of using the app. Sometimes he sent voice notes, his voice low, relaxed, almost soothing. By Friday, he said something that made me pause. Calder. I like how real you are. Most people put on a performance. You don't. It feels good talking to you. It warmed something in me I'd kept locked away. A week later, he asked, Calder, you drink coffee at night, or are you one of those sleep matters people? Me. Coffee at night is my toxic trait. Calder. Good. I want to drop off some beans I bought. Small batch, local. I think you'll love them. Me. Dude, you don't have to send me coffee. Calder. Let me treat you. What's your Cash App? I hesitated, but he wasn't being weird. No strings attached, no excessive flirting, just a, hey, take this gift. After last year, kindness felt foreign. He sent $25, enough for coffee beans and a pastry with it. The next night, he invited me to a small get-together at his place. Not a date, he said. Just friends hanging out, grilling, watching a late football game. I almost said no. Meeting a guy at his house after only 2 weeks of talking? Dumb. Very dumb. But he followed up with, Calder. If you're not comfortable at any point, you can dip. No hard feelings. My place is super chill. My cousin and his girlfriend are coming too. You'll be safe. Those words, you'll be safe, made my stomach unknot a little. So, I agreed. His neighborhood was on the east side of Harrington. Older homes, lots of big porches, the kind of streets where kids ride bikes until dark. His house looked normal. Too normal. String lights glowing on the porch. A beat-up red pickup in the driveway. When I stepped inside, I immediately noticed 2 things. 1. A faint smell of pine cleaner. 2. And a crack in the hallway doorframe like something had hit it very hard. In the living room were his cousin Bo, a stocky guy in his 30s, and Bo's girlfriend Kendry, who wore an oversized hoodie and socks with little pumpkins on them. They greeted me warmly, offered me a seat, made small talk. Normal. Everything so normal. But then I spotted the kitchen cabinets. 2 were destroyed, like someone had taken a bat to them. Splintered wood, jagged edges, hinges bent backward. Trying not to stare, I asked lightly. Me. Rough night in here? Calder laughed. Calder. Yeah, I, kinda lost it last week, took it out on the cabinets. His tone was casual, but my chest tightened. Me. You punched your cabinets? Calder. Better than punching people, right? He waited for me to smile. I didn't. His cousin shot him a quick side-eye. We all ended up in the living room. Bo cracked open beers. Kendry made a joke about the Steelers being cursed. I opened the bottle of wine I brought. We laughed, swapped embarrassing stories, talked about coffee, road trips, dumb childhood injuries. For a while, I actually relaxed. Then things shifted. Calder was standing by the counter, scrolling his phone, when suddenly he slammed it so hard the glass made a cracking sound. Me. Whoa, what happened? Calder. Nothing. His voice was sharp, too sharp. He picked up a stool and threw it across the room. It clanged against the wall and toppled over. I jumped. Kendry. Dude, chill. Bo. What's your problem? Calder didn't answer. His eyes were unfocused, glassy, like he wasn't in his own body. Then, he stared at me. Not with anger, with something worse. Emptiness. He approached slowly. Me. Calder, stop. You're freaking me out. Without warning, he lunged and bit my arm hard enough to bruise instantly. I screamed, shoved him with everything I had. He stumbled but didn't look sorry or confused. He looked hungry. He lunged again, this time toward my shoulder. I grabbed my wine bottle and hit him across the side of his head. Not enough to break it, but enough to make him grunt. Bo ran between us. Bo. Cal, what the hell? Calder stared at him like he didn't recognize his own cousin. Then he laughed, this broken, deranged laugh that made the hair on my arm stand up. He paced the room, muttering. Then he hurled himself backward onto the hallway floor, fist punching the wall so hard his knuckles split open. Blood smeared down the paint. He dropped to his knees, sobbing hard enough to choke on his own breath. Calder. I can't stop. I can't. My head. My dad is dying. I can't. His voice cracked into something childlike. I stepped back, my heart racing. Me. You need help. You're not okay. I'm leaving. He lunged toward me again, but Bo shoved him to the ground. Bo. Man, stop. You scared her. She's done. You gotta let her go. Calder was shaking violently. Calder, too. Please, don't go. Please, I can be better, I swear. Kendry grabbed my hand and whispered, Kendry, girl, leave. Now. I didn't need to be told twice. Outside, the air was crisp and cool. My heartbeat thundered in my ears. Calder stumbled out behind us, breathing heavy. Calder. You'll come with us, right? To cool off? We can go to the river. We'll take my truck. Me. I'm driving myself. His face twisted. Calder. No. You're riding with me. Me. Like hell I am. He stepped closer, jaw tight. For a moment, just one, I thought he was going to grab me. Then he snapped. Calder. Fine. Go home then. He slammed my car door so hard the window rattled. Bo dragged him away while I got inside. I sat gripping the wheel, breath stuttering in my chest. I waited until their truck pulled off. Then I started driving. And saw him 3 blocks down. Standing in the middle of the road, barefoot, shirt ripped, chest heaving, staring directly into my headlights. Me, whispering, oh my God. He sprinted at my car. I panicked and hit the gas. He slammed both hands against my hood, dragging them across with a screech that cut straight through me. He ran to my window, yanking the handle. Calder. Open the door. I just want to talk. Open it. I reversed hard. His hand left a bloody smear across my back window. I floored it, not stopping until I reached the main road. The next morning, my phone buzzed with a text from an unknown number. Bo. It's Bo. I'm so sorry. Please don't call the cops. He's not well. We're trying to get him help. Then another text came in. Calder. I heard I went crazy last night. I don't remember doing anything. I'm sorry. Please don't hate me. I blocked the number. For 2 weeks, I slept with the lights on. For a month, I couldn't walk to my car at night without checking every shadow. It's been 8 months now. Sometimes, while driving home, I still check my rearview mirror. Sometimes I imagine I see him standing on the corner, barefoot, breathing heavy, waiting. People say monsters aren't real, but they are. They just message you first. I felt bile rise in my throat. The hooded man, Mr. Ganton, turned around finally, and I saw his face. Half melted, scarred, twisted like old wax. He had the blank eyes of a slaughterhouse worker. He lifted a single crispy wing toward me. "Try it," he whispered. "Fresh batch." I shook my head violently. I won't, I can't." Price grabbed my arm. "These are the responsibilities you said you were ready for, Jalen. Every manager goes through this. I did, and now it's your turn to choose." My heart was pounding so hard I felt it in my teeth. I looked at Kendrick on the floor, dead, because I let him stay, because I thought giving him a warm place to sit made me a good person. And something broke inside me. Not courage, not morality, something darker. A voice in my head whispered, "You've worked 12 years for this. You wanted that promotion. You need this job. Just do it. Just one time. Just survive." My hand moved on its own. I took the wing. I bit into it. The taste. God help me, the taste was unlike anything I'd ever had. Sweet, rich, wrong but addicting. A flavor that hit something primal in the brain. Price smiled. And that night I became part of their machine. For 5 years I managed that store. Every missing person poster that went up on telephone poles. I knew exactly where the bodies went. Some nights I helped clean. Some nights I pretended I didn't hear the screams. Some nights I told myself I had no choice. But Kendrick's face never left me. I saw him every night in my dreams. And sometimes when I'm alone, I swear I hear his voice. "Why'd you let me stay, Jalen? Why didn't you send me home?" 3 weeks ago, Mr. Price vanished. No warning, no goodbye. And suddenly, I'm next in line, not for a promotion, for the role Ganton held. They told me last night that it's time for my shift, so I left town, ran, hid, and now I'm writing this because I know they're coming. People like them don't let loose ends live. If you're reading this, if anyone finds this, don't eat there. Don't eat anywhere near Route 67. Don't trust the smiles of people who handle your food, and whatever you do. If someone whispers, "Are they the finger-licking kind?" Run.